welcome to Booking with Debra. Today's video is something a little bit different for my channel. It's all a little bit exciting, well it is for me anyway. I hope it's going to be something that people who subscribe to my channel will enjoy. It's something that I am trying out for 2023. Before I get into the content of this video and explain what it's all about, I need to give absolute 100% full credit for the idea behind this video to my very lovely booktube friend Nikki at Red Dot Reads. So Nikki at Red Dot Reads has kindly said she is okay with me blatantly stealing this idea from her. So anybody who doesn't know Nikki at Red Dot Reads, I will link her channel in the description box down below. Please go and check out her channel. On a monthly basis, Nikki asks people who subscribe to her channel to vote on which book they think she should read for the month ahead from a selection of books. So I think she normally does maybe 5 or 6 books, and people who subscribe to her channel get to say in the comments which book they think she should read, and then that month she intentionally reads that book. And I really enjoy those videos that Nikki does. As soon as I see them, I'm like, oh, quick, I want to vote, I want to vote. I want to have my say. I want to influence what books Nikki's going to read. And for a little while I've been thinking, oh, I wonder if I should have a go at that. Now, in my previous video, which is my reading intentions and channel plans, you will have heard me waffling on about how I was going to mood read more and read by whim. So this video might feel like it's in a bit of contrast to that, but there's some method behind it. I'll explain in a little bit more detail, but before I go any further, I just wanted to say a huge big thank you to Nikki at Red Dot Reads for creating this series of videos on her channel and inspiring me to do the same, and saying that yes, I'm absolutely okay with you doing the same thing. Nikki does them on a monthly basis. I'm going to be doing them seasonally, I think. That's what I'm going to try to do. And they will form part of my kind of seasonal reading plans. By doing them seasonally, it will enable me to continue to read by whim and to mood read. So today I am asking my subscribers, and anybody who is not subscribed who happens to be watching this video, to contribute to the books that I will be reading in spring by selecting from a number of books which I'm going to talk about in a minute. I'm going to be kind to myself because I want to read by whim and mood read through most of this year, that I'm going to give myself most of that season to read the book. So I will announce at the beginning of March which book has won the booktube subscriber vote, and I will probably give myself until middle of May, I think, to try and read that book. So I am giving myself quite a long period of time. What I'm hoping these videos will help me do is to tackle my TBR, so tackle some of the books that have been sitting on my shelves or in my Audible library catalogue for quite some time, and it will also hopefully give me opportunity to interact a little bit more with some of the people that subscribe to my channel and watch my videos. Today I've got 5 books that I'm going to briefly talk about, and what I would like you to do in the comments section down below is to vote for which one of those books you most think I should read, or you would most like to see me read. I would be happy to read any of these books, and what I think I need from you as my subscribers is a bit of a push to pick up some of these books and have a go at reading them. Even if you have never commented on one of my videos below, I would be very grateful if you would participate in this video by leaving your vote in the comment section down below. So you can either just leave a number, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or you can leave the title of the book. You don't have to say anything else, you don't have to leave any other comment, but I would really appreciate it if you would give me your opinion about which of these books you think I should read in spring. And whichever one gets the most votes from all of the comments will be the book that wins, and I will read in spring. The first of those books, which is book number 1, is How Beautiful We Were by Imbolo Imbue. Set in the fictional African village of Kazuo, it tells the story of a people living in fear amidst environmental degradation wrought by an American oil company. Pipeline spills have rendered farmlands infertile. Children are dying from drinking toxic water. Promises of clean-up and financial reparations to the villagers are made and ignored. The country's government, led by a brazen dictator, exists to serve its own interests. Left with few choices, the people of Kazuo decide to fight back. Their struggle would last for decades and come at a steep price. Told through the perspective of a generation of children and the family of a girl named Thula who grows up to become a revolutionary. That's book number 1. Book number 2 is off my physical TBR shelves, and that book is Remains of the Day by Ishiguro. My understanding of this book is that it's quite a slow burn. In the summer of 1956, Stevens, the ageing butler of Darlington Hall, embarks on a leisurely holiday that will take him deep into the English countryside and into his past. A haunting tale of lost causes and a lost love. The Remains of the Day contains Ishiguro's now celebrated evocation of life between the wars in a great English house. Within those walls can be heard ever more distinct echoes of the violent upheavals spreading across Europe. So that is book number 2. Book number 3 is another book that I have in my audiobook library, and that one is 10 minutes, 38 seconds in this strange world by Elif Shafak. In the pulsating moments after she has been murdered and left in a dumpster outside Istanbul, Tequila Layla enters a state of heightened awareness. Her heart has stopped beating, her brain is still active. For 10 minutes, 38 seconds. She remembers her life and the lives of others, outcasts like her. In Tequila Layla's death, the secrets and wonders of modern Istanbul come to life, painted vividly by the captivating tales of how Layla came to know and be loved by her friends, her chosen family, who brings her story to a buoyant and breathtaking conclusion. So that is book option number 3. Book number 4 is also off my physical TBR shelves, and that one is Dear Mrs. Bird by A.J. Pearce, and I'll just read a little bit of the blurb. London 1941. Amid the falling bombs, Emmeline Lake dreams of becoming a fearless lady war correspondent. Unfortunately, Emmy instead finds herself employed as a typist for the formidable Henrietta Bird, the renowned agony aunt at Woman's Friend magazine. Mrs. Bird refuses to read, let alone answer letters containing any forms of unpleasantness, and defiantly not those from love-lorn, grief-stricken, or the morally conflicted. But the thought of these desperate women waiting for an answer at this most desperate times becomes impossible for Emmy to ignore. She decides she simply must help and secretly starts to write back. After all, what harm could it possibly do? That is option number 4. And then option number 5 is also off my physical TBR. And that one is When All Is Said by Griffin. And this book is set in 2014. At the bar of a grand hotel in a small Irish town sits 84-year-old Maurice Hannigan. He's alone as usual, though tonight is anything but. Pull up a stool and charge your glass, because Maurice is finally ready to tell his story. Over the course of this evening, he will raise 5 toasts to the 5 people who meant the most to him. Through these stories of unspoken joy and regret, a secret tragedy kept hidden, a fierce love that never found its voice, the life of one man will be powerfully and poignantly laid to bear. That is option number 5. Those are all of the choices for my first subscribers' choice of the books that I am going to read in 2023. It's all a bit exciting. I'm really looking forward to seeing what everybody votes for. So please leave your vote in the comments section down below. And as I said, whichever book gets the most number of votes from the people who vote will be the book that I will read in spring. I will be announcing the book that won the vote in my spring Pile of Possibilities video, which is when I'm going to talk about some of the books that I might be reading during spring. I just wanted to say thank you so much to everybody who takes the time to vote on this video. I'm really looking forward to seeing what book has been chosen for me. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye. you.